Hello, it's Cisvolk. Time to enjoy card making with me. I made this flower card from dies purchased from Aliexpress on Aliexpress. I made it sturdy, the wheels can actually turn and it doesn't fall over. Today I want to show you how to turn this flower card into a fun ice cream card as well, and how to assemble it in the sturdiest, cutest and easiest way possible. You can also make a sign with it, where you can write your name or an extra message. Check out the description below my video. I have a coupon code for you that gives you a 10% discount on this cool die cut set. This discount is only valid if you use the link in the description through my personal YouTube channel, Cisvolk. So if you want to help me out and see more videos from me on Alina's channel, please also visit my channel. Here you see the dies. It has gotten messy because of course I've used them a number of times. But that doesn't matter. The most important thing is to have fun with the stuff you have. On my channel Cisvolk, I also have a video with tips on how to organize your die cuts and stamps in self-made folders. The flower card fits in an A5 envelope. I also decorated this with the flower punches. They are die cut from holographic paper. The heart of the flowers is a gem. The hearts I stamped on the happy birthday sign are from the toy stamp set. And also the happy birthday stamp is from Alina's shop. Links are below in the description. At the end of the video I included 3 pictures with all the parts that need to be die cut. I hope you find this helpful in making your own flower card or ice cream card. Or maybe Christmas tree card, or puppet card, or sweets card, or whichever card you'd like to make. Here you see I show you all the parts and how often and in what color to punch them out. For the base panels you will need pieces in a solid color. I took white. Let's start with these dies. This panel has to be die cut twice. This square also 2 times. And this rectangle cut twice in its entirety, and once more halfway for the sign stand. Then we have these dies, both of which need to be done 1 time. The lower front panels also cut 2 times. And the sign also twice. The legs 4 times, 1 leg in front and 1 in back, but I glue them double for strength. The legs keep the card from falling over. Then we have these long strips. For the white paper I use 4 of them. I stick them on the inside behind the narrow bars of the card. You'll also need colored paper. You see, you don't need much of it. You punch out this decorative border twice. Also save the hearts. Also the small long strips are punched out 4 times. This time we will use them for the outside of the card on both sides. We will need the square twice. And another time to make the sign. You then die cut the large square first and then the small square again, so that you have the edge left over. The inner smallest handle of the card you will need both once. And the wheel you punch out 4 times. So I do these twice as well for strength. You can later glue the wheel at an angle for extra dimension if you want. I choose to glue them straight on each other. As an extra, I cut out 2 hearts. Keep the part that is around the heart. It's surprising how much fun you can have decorating a piece of work with extra partially punched pieces. Here are the parts for the ice cream cart. The circle-shaped die cut is not included with this die cut set, but if you have a die cutting machine, you probably own a circle shape as well. I use the smallest flower from this die cut set for the handle. I start by stamping the sign. I'm using this stamp set for this. On one side I want to stamp Happy Birthday and on the other side Best Wishes. Because the sign is rather small and I can't attach it with my magnets, I first die cut an extra sign from a larger piece of cardstock. I put this part back into the card so it stays in place and I can stamp the text for both sides of the sign. I use a stamp set from Alina, which is meant for stamping several texts at once and then die cutting them out. Now I don't want to stick a strip on it, but stamp the text directly on the small sign. To do this, I put it in the right place and tape off the text I don't want to stamp. You could also do this with washi tape or with a piece of paper. Do not forget to remove the tape before stamping. As you can see, I tape first, then ink the stamp, then remove the purple tape and press the stamp onto the paper. I'm going to heat emboss with transparent embossing powder. If you have been paying attention, you have seen that I've made the sign anti-static with some talcum powder that I have in a tied up panty stocking. To hang the sign, I use a piece of silver wire. I'll show you later how to attach it. You don't have to use the wire, you can also leave out the sign, or glue it on with glue, use a split pin, or put a ring through the holes. I glue the 2 parts of the sign together. I also glue the wheels together for strength. The holes in the wheels are not symmetrical everywhere, so you have to look carefully to see if the parts fit together properly. Now we are going to assemble the cart. First, glue the white panels on. Then the colored strips. I take out my T-ruler again to mark the distance with a small line, so that they are equally spaced on both sides. I lay the other panel on top to copy the size, then they are the same on both sides. The excess on the bottom of the strip I fold over to the back. The excess glue on my strip I wipe off with a makeup sponge. I use the lines on my craft mat to see if I am sticking it on exactly vertically. In this way I also glue the other panel. I align it using my mat and I fold the excess strip over to the back. I prefer to stick the 2 panels together with double-sided tape from Alina's shop. This super good tape sticks really well and is sturdy and is available in different widths. I take off the protective strips and stick the low square panel in between. Now I turn it over and stick the 4 white thin strips on the inside of the card. These strips make it a little firmer. The hearts I stick on the inside here. That way it's a little less bare. It doesn't have to be. You can also just leave it white. You can also die cut this front panel twice and glue it twice. I turn it back to the front. I also stick the other 2 sides with double-sided tape. On the right side I also stick the white panel. I die cut this heart and I think it would be nice to stick it on the front of the card. I can cut it out completely, but this way is also nice, I thought. Basically, you can also glue the colored square panel on here and the heart on top. I do glue this dotted panel on top of the other part. Now the handles. Stick the colored paper on here first. And now on the top. Oh crap, I'm forgetting something. I want to decorate the holes with these little split pins. You also need 2 of them to attach the wheels. So I'm using 6 in total, 2 for the wheels and 4 for the top. I want the split pin to be secure and not able to come out from under the card. Therefore, I cut a small strip of scrap paper which I stick over the back of the split pin with double-sided tape. The wheel will still spin just fine, it just looks a little more neat. Same for the other wheel. Put the wheels on the right side of the card. For me, that's the outside of the card. But I can imagine you making a different card on which the wheels look better when placed on the inside. I don't tape the card closed yet. Always when I make a box fold card, I tape up the strips first before I tape the card shut. This makes it much easier to reach what you want to glue and you always glue the strips straight. I do try it out dry, without glue first, to make sure that I glue on the right side. I also prefer to use double-sided tape for this. It's sturdier and sticks immediately when you fold it. You can do the strip high or low. In this case, I stick them a tiny bit under the edge. Look closely at how I attach the strips. It's difficult to explain. This is how it always works for me. Leave the protective backing of the double-sided tape on for a while, so I can try how it will look afterwards. Here are the ice cream lids again. Just circles punched out of silver cardstock with a flower behind it. The double-sided tape should be on the front, so that the half circle can be adhered behind the strip. So I stick one ice cream lid in the middle behind the back strip and two side by side behind the front strip. Now I remove the protective film from the tape and fold the card closed. You see, you can now fold it either way. I continue with the top. I put the wire through the holes and this is where the sign is going to be put through. My wire consists of 3 separate strands, so it goes through the hole very awkwardly. I put some glue on the wire, so the loose strands stick together and it fits through the hole more easily. You can also use hairspray, but I have glue at hand. I stick the wire with double-sided tape, so I'm sure it will not come loose. Give the wire a little slack, but don't make it too tight. The ends can be cut off. And now the top panel. Wait, did I nearly forget the split pins again? First, put the split pins through the front colored panel. Fold them over and then stick them on the card. They can also go through the 2 layers of paper, of course, but I do it this way. This way you don't see the ugly back of the split pins, and this way they can't twist either. I hold the card upright, so the wire is glued right behind it. And the same for the other side. I first glue the handlebar to one side and make sure the gap is straight over the wheel. I want the other side to be the same height, so I first look at the left side to see if it is as high as the other and then see if I am in the middle above the wheel before I glue it on. Since I can't see and judge it well, because the camera is in front of my view, I use my T-ruler again. It still wobbles a little bit, so here we need the support strips. First, stick them on top of each other, so you have 2. And then first measure by height of the wheel how far they need to be stuck on. I put tape on the part that won't stick out. Stick the support strips in the center of the side panel, one on each side. Now I go to the nameplate or billboard. I paste the border on the same panel as one of the sides of the card. I cut out the heart and glue it on as well. Any excess glue I remove with my makeup sponge. I write my name on it. Now I will show you how you easily make a stand for the back. These strips are perfect for it. Also used for any other card you want to give a stand to stand upright. Stick it on an angle and let some protrude over the edges. You then cut off the edges and voila, it stays upright. I'm not done yet. I'll make a matching envelope to go with it. This is an A5 envelope. I'm going to decorate it with little leftover die-cut elements. I'm going to die-cut a little circle where I also make an ice cream lid and put a little flower behind it again. You could also decorate the envelope with the leftover scraps from the wheels. If you watch this video through Alina Crafts channel, please visit and subscribe to my own channel as well. It helps me to be able to make more videos for Alina. Don't forget to use the coupon code I got from Alina's shop that's on my own channel Cisvolk in the description below the video. Everyone who buys these dies for the flower card via the link in my own channel Cisvolk will get a 10% off. The code is valid until October 31 of 2021. I hope I inspired you to make a similar card too. And I hope I have given you lots of tips and tricks for your own card making. Please tag me, Cisvolk, to show your card on Instagram or Facebook. If you keep watching until the end of the video, you will see all the die cuts pictured that you will need to make this flower card or ice cream card. The products I used to make this card are described in the description below. When you use my links, I get a small commission for them that costs you nothing extra. Please feel free to ask me any questions you have. I like sharing tips and tricks and I like to see you in the next video. So be sure to click on the subscribe button and the bell button below. See you next time. Bye bye.